Thanks, Neil.
Thank you, John. Thanks, everybody. Go ahead.
Yeah, hello, everybody. This is Ming. So, one design the study, we, put an interim analysis to estimate the event rate when 50 of the randomized patient complete 3 months of main treatment period to see, if we need to do any adjustment for the study. Next slide, please. So when we design the protocol, the assumption in the protocol is assuming hazard ratio is 0.76, adoption was standard of care. This is what we observed at 3 months in the adult Hokusai study. Based on this hazard ratio, 68 events up to month 3 needed to give us a power of 80% to demonstrate non-inferiority of Edoxaban to the SOC with the non-inferiority margin of 1.5. The non-inferiority margin of 1.5 is also, borrowed from adult Hokusai study, which can preserve 70% of the standard of care effectiveness. And again, then we assume 28% of event rate in SOC after goes through the literature, and use this 28% event rate with the 0.76 of hazard ratio, 274 subjects needed. So the pooled event rate would be 68 over 274. It is 24.8% event rate at the time of design the protocol, the assumption used. Interim analysis will be done at after 140 subjects complete 3 months of main treatment period. The main purpose is to assess the pooled event rate and see if any adjustment needed. Any question?
No.
Next slide, please. Thank you. So this is what we observed in the using the data cut by April 2nd. Among 140 subjects used in the interim analysis, 138 had at least 1 dose of study medication. So those 138 will be included in the MITT population as a base to calculate the event rate. So in the cutted database, there's 19 subjects had thrombotic burden, no change or extension at month 3, and there are 3 confirmed VT event by CEC, and there's 1 death confirmed by CEC as VTE-related death. Actually, it is the unexplained death which VTE cannot be ruled out. So all, no subjects experiencing multiple categories. So totally, we observed 23 events in the cutted database. However, among these 140 subjects, there are still investigator-reported events within the main treatment period, but not adjudicated by the time of data cut by CEC yet. Totally, there are 3 such events. After the data cut, 1 of the events is confirmed as a DVT event by CEC, and 2 other events reported by investigator in the main treatment period, still, in the adjudication process. Among all the CEC adjudicated events, regardless of the, in the main treatment period or in the extension period, they adjudicate 8 events, and 5 of them confirmed. So the confirmation rate is 62.5%. So for these 2 events still in process, we kind of expect 1.3 events, will be happened in that 2 events. 1.3 events will be confirmed by CEC in those 2 reported events. So this will give us 2.3 more events in addition to 23 events we had in the cutted database. And other than these reported but not adjudicated events, there's a lot of subjects who don't have suspect events, but also, don't have accessible imaging at both baseline and month 3, meaning that a lot of subjects have either missing images or non-readable images at least one of the visits of baseline or month 3 visit, so that they couldn't have the thrombotic burden to be assessed at month 3. Because there's a lot of missing, so our observed event actually is lower than true event rate, since for this all missing data, there must be some events over there, but we just cannot observe. So next slide, please.
Ben, can you move to the next slide?
Thank you.
Sorry about that.
No problem. Thank you. So in this slide, it's a little bit busy, but I try to find a true event rate, try to impute the event for the missing images and non-adjudicated events. So the first row is what we observed in the CARTED database. We have 138 subjects, 1 confirmed CEC confirmed death, 3 confirmed VTE, 19 no change or extension of thrombotic burden. Totally, we have 23 subjects with events. And in the second section, as discussed earlier, 1 subject had event confirmed by CEC after the database cut, and there's 2 investigator report CEC as report event still in CEC adjudication process. So we assume there will be 1.3 event will be come out of those 2. So that gives us totally of 25.3 events. But since we still have a lot of missing imaging and unreadable images, so I further break down, as below. Among 138 subjects, there's 1 confirmed death, 1 reported as confirmed as VTE related, and there's 4 investigator report events in the CART database. 3 of them are confirmed by CEC, and after the database cut, CEC adjudicate and confirmed 1 VTE event. Actually, sorry, I put that 1 in the wrong column. It should be confirmed recurrent VTE event. It's a DVT.
Right.
And we still have 2 investigator reported and CEC adjudication in process, which will give us 1.3. And among the, to exclude those deaths and also the subject with the report, with investigator reported suspect event, we exclude those 8 subjects. We still have 140 subjects. Among those 140 subjects, only 81 subjects has both readable imaging at baseline and month 3. Among these 81 subjects, 17 subjects has thrombotic burden, no change or extension confirmed by the CEC. That is 20.99% of event rate. So for the 130 subjects who don't have the suspect event, 81, we have data, we have the cleaned imaging data, give us 20.99% event, no change or extension of thrombotic burden. So we assume the rest 49 subjects who don't have suspect events reported, who don't have both readable index and month 3 imagings, we assume they are going to have a similar, event rate of thrombotic burden, no change or extension, which is 20.99%. So 49 times 20.99% is 10.3. So for those subjects who have missing or non-readable imagings, we could see 10.3 more events if we had the baseline and month 3 imaging. So if we, add those 10.3 to the event we have, the total event we are going to have is 33.6. It will be 24.3%. Again, in early slides we discussed, at the time when we designed the protocol, the assumed pooled event rate is 24.8%. So actually the true event rate is 24.3 based on our observed data and imputation. It's very close to, the assumption we had at the time of designing the protocol. Next slide, please. Oh, any questions about early slides?
Ming, this is Wei. I'm sorry. I have a quick question. Can you go back to the last slide? When you're talking about after data cut, there's 1 adjudicated event and 2 unadjudicated events. Are those 3 events part of the first 140 subjects?
Yes.
Yes, all the events we're talking about belong to first 140 subjects, and also
Okay,
all the events within the main treatment period, means from randomization to the month 3 visit.
Okay, so in the data, in the package that we sent to the DMC, we had 138 subjects, and we had an additional 1 after data cut as adjudicated, and then there were 2 additional subjects. So that add up to 141 subjects.
No.